Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Me and G Jr. We went over to a friend's house to get some metal, and he says, hey, my neighbor's got a bunch of lawnmowers he wants to get rid of. So here's one of the lawnmowers, and the other lawnmower is back behind my lawn tractor. That is going to be another video. Oh, and there goes Soob, the fat cat. So what we have here is we have a Troy Bilt TB110. It's got a Briggs & Stratton 140cc engine. And the story on this is he bought the lawnmower, he used it
probably a season or two, and then just
he couldn't get it started. He pushed it off the side, bought another lawnmower, and then pushed that aside, then eventually got lawn service. So this mower, except for being dirty and dusty, looks like it has no time at it all. Look how good the wheels look, front and back.
And then the side of the wheels.
Yeah, no scratched up. The deck isn't all scratched up. You know, once we wipe this thing down, it'll look like brand new. So we don't know why he pushed it off to the side. So G Jr., let's check the oil.
It's got oil in it, and it looks really clean.
Really clean oil. Okay.
Probably has like no hours on it.
All right, let's pull the cap off and take a peek in here. It does have some remnants of some type of gasoline, and surprisingly, it smells pretty good. You want to give a whiff? That actually smells pretty good.
It smells a little old.
It smells a little old. You know what we should do is let's get the flashlight out. Let's take a look in there and see if there's a bunch of water in there, because he kept his lawnmowers outside. Can you see any water in there?
Yeah.
There's water in it, right?
It's got water. Yeah, this whole gas tank needs to be cleaned up. Looks like it's actually got a screen in the tank.
Well, yeah, well, some of them do have screens.
Looks like it needs to be cleaned too.
I really don't see any water. Oh, yep, there's a couple bubbles of water floating around. All right, well, why don't we get some fresh gas? I'll pull that off. Go ahead and get some fresh gas. Let's put some fresh gas in. Let's check the old air filter on it. The air filter, it looks like it's beginning to fall apart. Got a little bit of dirt in it. That's a blank. Oh, this has got one of these automatic choke thingies. Got one of those automatic choke thingies. Pour a little bit more. Let's just go ahead and fill the tank up. If we need to flush the tank out, we need to flush it out, and that's probably good enough. All right, so let's go ahead and put this back down. All right, we'll move the air filter out of the way. Here, let's pull it this way. Now let's flip it up on its side. Let's make sure that the blade isn't like, you're holding it?
Yeah.
Let's make sure that the blade is free.
It's not walking back.
It's not walking back. And you can see, you know, look at this. This lawnmower has very little time on it. All right, flip it on back. All right. All right. I usually don't like starting them up on the table, but give it a pull over. Let's see what it does. All right, hold on. What does this have? This has this has the plastic carburetor.
Yeah, right. I don't know nothing about.
They're easy to rebuild. Okay, let me rephrase that. The one that I have rebuilt was very easy to rebuild. Here, hold the camera for a second. Let me go get some starting fluid. I cannot seem to find any brake clean in there, but we have some instant gum cutter, 2+2 gum cutter. This is flammable, so this should work. Let me roll this back. Let's go ahead and take the camera from you. All right, give it a pull over. Let's see if it fires. All right, pull it over again. Pull it over again. Okay, that's good. All right, I will have to gander that the float ball, excuse me, is completely filled up with water. So we know it runs now because we have spark, because it started up and run. The carburetor's probably clogged up. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the carburetor. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by pulling this screw out, and these 2 screws out to get this cover off, to get to the plastic carburetor. So we'll get these screws out and we will come back. Alrighty, so G Junior's in here taking the screws out. It had a, what, 5/16 and a 5/16 or an 8mm, and then these are smaller. What size are those?
7s.
7s. So it had 8 and 7mm screws. Hopefully that's all it's going to be to pull out this front cover.
Ugh.
Okay. Yes, there is the plastic carburetor. You know, I think it might do us some good to go ahead and take the top off, because then we can get in here and get to the linkage. So let's go ahead and get the top off. I wish this camera had a zoom out feature. It would really be nice if it had a zoom out feature, so maybe I would not cut your head off while you're working on the lawnmower.
If I'm not mistaken, this should just come right out. This is your recoil assembly.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. How many screws were in that?
3 screws.
3 screws, and the top comes right off.
This is actually plastic. Look, it's got no wear on it, so you could just tell.
Oh yeah.
Got low hours on it.
Yeah.
So then I do believe on these you can actually take the gas tank out, just lift up on it and get this actually out of the way. That is for the auto choke.
Oh,
feature.
that's the auto choke thing right here.
This thing heats up and then it opens up whichever way.
Yeah, it opens up that way. Yep, that's what happens.
Okay.
Yep, there's a bimetal spring in here and it's bolted to the exhaust. So when this gets hot, it pushes on that rod, and then you can see the choke flap opening up. And if you notice here, I'll show you this. See this here? You can bend this to adjust the choke opening or closing. So if you don't want the choke closed so much, you bend it open, and if you want it closed all the way, you bend it closed. That's why that bend is there. Okay, so then we have the governor rod right here, and here's the choke rod. Trying to figure out what to do. See, this is all connected. Okay, he's gonna take the gas tank off. Okay.
I'm thinking about maybe just taking the whole carburetor off and clean it.
Yeah. Leo, that's gonna spill out. Here, should we get a rag? And let's put a rag underneath here so we don't stain up the deck too bad. Try to keep them looking as good as we can. And then you know something, go ahead and drain that oil into the bad gas. So we'll take care of that. So is there anything else holding this carburetor on? What holds this carburetor on? You know, I don't think I've actually worked on one of these style. Does this just pull? Oh, I guess so. So basically this, where is the piece? This piece just keeps this carburetor sandwiched in there with the screws going on. It just pushes back on it and it sandwiches it in there. So G Junior's over here draining the bad gas out of that.
Boy, this thing holds a lot.
Yeah, probably better that it's probably good that we did take and put fresh gas in there to kind of rinse it out.
Might have to take the hose and kind of do the.
Well, I would use the air blower and we'll blow it out and try to get everything out of it. All right, hey, do you want to grab the camera and let me see if I can pop this carburetor off?
Oh man, that gas tank still looks terrible.
Does it? Okay, well we'll clean it out. We have gum cutter and we'll do it.
It's got these white particles in it. Really weird.
All right. So, like I said, this piece here looks like it just crushes against this piece to hold the carburetor on because there's no other screws in the carburetor, and look, it just pulls off. So there, the carburetor's pulled off. So we'll go ahead and we'll tilt the carburetor this way first, and we'll disconnect the choke linkage. Try not to bend it. Come on, it's coming. There we go. And I think I bent it, didn't I? No, maybe not. No. And then here is the governor linkage right here. And we're just going to turn that up and take it off. And then there's the carburetor. No, I don't think I bent that. That looks good.
No, that looks okay.
Yeah, it looks okay. So here's the carburetor full of some type of evergreen needles on the top.
Let the compressor blow that out.
Yep. Let's go ahead and, okay, well, it did get fuel in it. The fuel looks terrible. Let's go ahead and see how yellow, can you see how yellow the fuel looks? Yeah. We'll just go ahead and drain that in there. All right, that should be good enough. All right, here's another thing that I like to do. I think it really doesn't matter, but my dear old dad taught me this. You want to take and get your pocket knife out or whatever you got and put a mark on here so you know which way the float bowl goes back on. It probably can only go on one way, but it's just better if you mark it, then you don't have to worry about not being able to get it on there right the first time. Can you see those marks okay? Yeah, I can see them. All right.
Hard to see in the camera, but I think, yeah, I think they can see it.
All right, back up a little bit. Okay, so we have our little magnetic tray. We're trying to be a little bit more organized so we don't lose stuff. All right. Oh, I can smell the gas now. It definitely smells bad.
And supposedly, the thing at the bottom is supposedly the drain.
Yeah, there is a drain on it right there, but nobody ever drains the gas out of them. You know, that's
nobody has that big of an Allen.
Well, maybe. Let me go get a flat blade screwdriver.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can. This is not. I know there's an O-ring in this. There we go. So, yeah, that's the this is the engine side. Okay, so here we go. There's the float. So there's the float bowl, and there's the float. All right, let's set this down real quick. And now here's the float bowl. It doesn't look terribly bad, but it smells bad. Yeah, it smells real bad. Oh yeah, really yellow, really nasty. I will get a cleaner rag to clean this stuff up with, but there is some little crap in here. We'll go ahead and wipe that out. I don't see anything out of the ordinary wrong with this. We'll clean all this stuff and blow it off with compressed air. So let's put that there. All right. So to get the float out, you have your float pin. Gonna need a pair of needle nose. I guess I should open the garage up. Let me get a pair of needle nose. Pair of needle nose. We're gonna grab the float pin, which is the pivot, and we're just gonna slowly walk it out, and then the float pin comes out. We'll put that there, and now the float and the needle will come out, and I just dropped the needle there. I mean, everything is plastic. Look at this. Even the needles aren't metal anymore. Everything's plastic. All this stuff looks good. This just sits in there like that. That all looks pretty good so far.
Oh yeah, our main concern is probably
up
this
in here. Yeah,
and probably that other one.
Yeah. So trying to remember, I've only done one of these. I think all you have to do is you just pull this out.
I think you pull the other one out too.
Which one?
Oh no, there is. I think you have to clean that one too with the torch chip cleaner.
Torch tip cleaner. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And see, actually, there's your jet right there. I bet you that's clogged up. I know on one of these I was able to pull this piece out, but this piece does not look like it wants to come out. And I don't want to break it because I don't have another one of these carburetors.
Actually, I do.
Yeah, you do you? It's not coming out. So...
yeah, it's not the way. You don't press... no.
No, it's got to pull out towards you. Trying to remember, I have done one of these I didn't care about, so I went ahead and kind of looked at it. Well, I'm scared I'm going to break it, but I guarantee you it's probably just, that is probably just clogged up. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our torch tip cleaner like G Junior said. These must be made in China now. They used to be made in the US and they used to have their name on it, but now they no longer have their name. You can buy these probably on Amazon. It's just a torch tip cleaner. So let's get a, let's see. Yep, there we go. We're in. We're cleaning it up. Don't really see anything. All right, let's get the gum cutter. Put the straw on the gum cutter, and let's go ahead and give it off.
Don't want to get the camera sprayed.
Yeah, I know, that's why I pushed it away from you. Make sure this is open. Yep, that's open. How do I open the choke? Yeah, let's get the choke open. I want to see if the spray comes down through here when I do this. Yes, it certainly does. It just hit me in the face. I think we're clear now. That's probably all that's wrong with it, is this is just clogged. So
looks pretty, really small.
oh, it's a very, very small hole. You can't even, it's that brass, that little brass piece right inside there has a tiny little hole. That's your main jet right there.
Yeah, camera not even picking it up. It's that small.
All right, we need to fire up the compressor. So we're gonna fire up the compressor and go ahead and blow this all off and start reassembling and see if it works. Alrighty, we've got our air blower, our $10 air blower from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So we're just gonna go ahead and put a little, blast some air through that. Blast some air. I don't understand why they have these little felt washers here. Maybe trying to keep them clean. I don't know. Okay, that's all clean. We've basically sprayed everything off with gum cutter. We're just gonna hose everything off. That looks good. Don't want to lose the needle, so we'll just blow that off. We'll blow that off. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for some reassembly here. All right. So, like I said, these are pretty basic. I wish I could get this apart, because on the one I did, you were able to pull this out and clean everything and get it sparkling clean. I don't think this one's going to be much of a problem. So we'll just go ahead and see if that main jet was clogged, because it's got such a small hole in it. All right, so let's flip that over, and now that's going to go in there like that. And let me have the rod. Oh, look at that. Actually, on this one, see, they've even made it easier for the guys putting it together. You can put the rod in first, and then look, it just pushes in. Look at that. I did not know that.
Okay. Yeah,
I just learned something. Those aren't holes, so you just can clip it in. Wow, talk about being super simple. All right, and the float's dropping. It's not hanging up on anything. It's nice and free. All right, so Did I lose my mark? Where's my mark? Great. I think my mark. I lost my mark. That's the scratch right there. I can see the scratch there. Oh, you know something? I didn't scratch the bowl. I did not scratch the bowl. So it had a white piece, but I think there's the white. So luckily I didn't scratch it far enough down on the bowl, but I have white paint and white paint. So now we'll go ahead and snap that back together. All right, where are the screws for that?
These two, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they were. 2 screws.
I don't know if that's the right size.
Yeah, I think so. So beware, I did not mark the float bowl far enough down. But let's get a good look. So the carburetor mounts this way. The drain is on the back toward the gas tank. Okay. So that's the seal. So make sure that seal doesn't fall out. So now we have to hook the linkages back up. That goes there like that. And then the choke linkage pushes in and goes like that. Carburetor drops down and pushes right on. Yeah, and that's that piece. You know, I think it'd probably be better to go ahead and reassemble all this stuff. Are you going to be able to get to the gas tank? Because it would be easier for me to put that on now. You should be able to get in there, right?
I hope so. Gotta clean it out anyway.
Well, where's the gas tank hook? The gas tank hook's right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to get back on. Well,
maybe not.
Maybe not. Let's go ahead and I do not like that.
Oh, it doesn't come out.
Yeah, and there's no way to pull it out unless you can get down in there and manipulate it. Well, I guess we're not doing that. Like I said, I really didn't see too much dirt in here. Just a little bit of water, and since you drained it out. Let's take a peek.
Like the corners and all that.
Yeah, it looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so before we bolt the carburetor back on with the plate slash air cleaner, we are going to go ahead and put the gas tank back on because it slides into these two pegs just like that. And
now it's slid in.
Okay, and now we can get to this clamp real easily. There we go. So now we'll put the carburetor cover back on. We'll get these spider eggs out of here. You know, the air filter's falling apart. If this thing runs,
they're really cheap.
We're probably going to have to get an air filter for it. So we'll put the vent back in. Let me put the vent back on. And I don't understand this. What does that do?
That peg, I have no idea.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. All right, let's. Not broken. So then we got other screws, right?
Yeah.
So the big screws were on the outside, and the small screws were on the inside. Yeah. So let's start off with the small screws, 7mm, because they go right here. There's one. Now that's one thing I do not like. These screws are on the inside of the air filter housing. If these screws come loose, they could easily suck into the carburetor and ruin your engine. So I want to make sure I get those nice and tight. And where's the next socket? Oh yeah, on the Well, here, let me just go ahead and have this. Now, these two screws are on the outside of the air filter, so if they fall apart, they are not going to do any harm. Well, maybe those screws couldn't make it up in there because the hole between the air filter is too small, but I wouldn't want to trust it, to tell you the honest truth. All right, tight and tight.
The filter looks pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. We probably need to wash all this stuff off. Let's go ahead and get the pull start back on. Are you sure that's good and that's moving, right? Okay, well, hold on, pull that back off for a second. We went ahead, went off camera, and we took the air blower and blew through the fins to make sure there was no mouse nests or anything in there. All right, go ahead. Do I need to pull it over a little bit, or you got it? It feels like it's in there.
Starting to sprinkle.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some storms coming, it looks like, so we're gonna try to make short work of this one. Yeah, I just felt something too. What's this camera? You know something? I think I'm gonna have to buy a new camera that's got a zoom in and zoom out feature.
How about that old Sony camera you had? Didn't that have a zoom?
I have no idea. And I still do not understand why my camera is not charging.
Oh, I see. I see what that peg's for on the gas tank. I guess it's supposed to like lock in.
Okay, well, don't put that back on yet because we're gonna. Yeah, don't put that back in. So this, you got this all on?
Yeah.
All right.
Hold
let's.
on. Is it gonna gauge?
Yeah. Let's put some gas in it. Got enough?
Yeah.
All right, let me come over here. You get ready to start it. You want to, yeah, let's pick up all the tools. Let's put them in the chair so we don't lose anything.
Not over anything.
Where's the, does this 1/4 inch go?
Oh, yeah.
Is that just a spare or was it on that?
It was on that.
Okay. Yep, go ahead and put the sockets back on there. Just everything, let's set everything in the chair. We might have to take it back apart. You know, you never know.
There's random screws. I don't know where they came from.
Yeah, set the gas on the ground. I can't go that way with the whole mower. Okay, and I'll give it a little snort. All right, give it a pull. There it goes. It's getting ready to. That was kind of weird. When you let off the gas, it almost looked like maybe the head gasket is blown because like a bunch of exhaust came out of here, but it could have just been, I don't know.
This thing's been sitting, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and I know. The air filter needs to be changed. Let's just go ahead and stick the air filter back on. Yeah, it's beginning to sprinkle. And that goes, so
you tilt it
this way.
Yeah.
That goes in there, and then that goes in there. All right, here, why don't you grab the front? I'll grab the back, or you got it? All right, let's...
This thing's such a toy.
Yeah. All right, let's go give it a test run.
No bag. Yeah.
No bag
I have
needed.
a bag for it, but
We do have a bag for it. Okay, I didn't see that smoke this time. Maybe it was just the smoke from the muffler. Well, all right, everybody, there you go. They probably left it outside. It got a little water in it, a little dirt in it, and that main jet was just clogged because everything looked pretty clean. The gasoline had just barely changed. Didn't smell real well, but it wasn't that bad. So there you go, everybody. There is your Troy Bilt TB110 push mower. Has a bag. Basically, it looks like it was new. I don't know what the guy did to it, but we're gonna use it and see if it keeps working. That's how you clean the plastic carburetor out on one of these. I still think that plastic piece is supposed to pop out, but I didn't want to break it. I'll have to go online and see how to do it. You want to add anything else, G Junior?
doesn't seem like it's revs high enough, but maybe because it's got a big muffler on it, maybe this
Yeah,
is
it's a
quiet
possibility.
mower.
Do you have any idea what year this mower is? Because, you know, they did put new noise standards out on mowers and stuff, so. What about there? No, right, what about right there?
Yeah, usually that doesn't say.
That doesn't say. Alrighty. Well, I think we'll stop this video here. So me and G Junior got this one running. It's been sitting for a couple of years at least. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that in that corner down there. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the and more of the channel, especially the lawnmower stuff. And hey, please comment. You know, tell me why I couldn't get that white piece out. Didn't want to break anything. Just trying to be very careful. All right, everybody. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks a lot.